I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnists write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now let's take a look here at the Bills offense.
And what a tough environment to roll into. On the road, playing one of the better teams in the league, obviously, because this is the playoffs. So what do teams talk about? Bringing their own momentum, bringing their own energy on the road, because you know you won't get any from the home crowd.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Now a give right side. It's Hicks. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. To throw on second down. Merritt over the middle, complete. That's Roth. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun. Merritt throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Merritt. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Well, a free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. They come in as the 3 seed, and this will very likely the last home game of the season for them, even if they win this one. But while they wanted one of those top 2 spots, they're still in a pretty good position.
They are, and let's face it, any team that gets into the playoffs, as far as I'm concerned, they're in a good position because they're doing what the rest of the league wants. A lot of people are sitting at home watching them, but you made a good point. Everyone is vying for one of the top 2 spots. You get an opening, you get a week off, don't have to play that opening week, and then you get a chance to collect yourself and see how everything else falls. But all in all, number 3 spot, they'll take it and run with it.
Yeah, maybe they get a win here and get some momentum. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll look to throw here. Out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Back to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Second and 5. On the move to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is third and goal. Looking to throw. Flush to under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. Now Aldrich Roses for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, Do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Throwing on first down. Merritt got his man complete over the middle. It's Roth. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. On first down, Hicks. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? From the gun on 3rd down, Merritt. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Roth. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
94.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Merritt. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ready to break.
Go on, D. Double tight.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. From the gun, Merritt, and it's caught. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Bills have taken the lead. Now the try here for the point after. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Peters. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. He'll drop to throw.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 4. Over the middle, complete. It's Roth. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's the first of 2 games here on this Wild Card Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC Wild Card game. And it's the Indianapolis Colts who are moving on to the next round as they eliminate the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wild card game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the third quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A gain there of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Ready! 10 logo.
To throw on second down. Merritt got his man complete over the middle. That's Hicks. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. Looking to throw. Merritt. And this is incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Merritt. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Merritt. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On the ground, it's Gray. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They run again here with Gray.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On the run, this is Gray. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. First down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete, right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. The quick slant caught. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. From a yard out. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So the Bills now down 10-7, 2:18 on the clock. A field goal could get this playoff game to overtime, but this crowd, they are going to make it tough as they line up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Merritt. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain there of 21 yards. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Set, ready? 60 or.
They'll look to throw. Holmes has got it complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. He's back to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now an inside draw. This is their fullback. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the 1st here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peters. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. They'll run on first down. It's Gray. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Check 52's the mark. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Second and 11. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We can call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
And here now the offense heading back out there. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Now a first throw here in overtime. Throw left side complete. That's Stokes. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
18 Gator. Watch the flat. Watch the flat. Watch the flat. Watch flat. Watch it. Flat.
On first and 10, Merritt is caught. Reception by Holmes. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Here's a second and 7. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? Third and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. Decision time now on fourth and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach, John Ford, right now. I want my number one play with my number one runner over my number one blocker. Get me the first down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
The Bills send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
On first down, it's Gray. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Gray. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready.
They'll run it now with Gray. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Steps away. He can run for it, and he will. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll drop the throw. Caught the tight end Walford. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Gray. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 1 overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. They'll try the left side. Gray gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 6. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route. Complete. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Go! 60 outlaw! Get it!
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. It's a touchdown in overtime. And they are marching on to the playoffs. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.